Everyone, my name is Akshata MK. I am a student of civil engineering from Government Engineering College, Haveri. So I have a small presentation on the topic comparison between roadway and railway transportation. These are the main contents of this presentation. First, introduction, definition. Second one, comparison between roadway and railway transportation. Third one, references. Before going to the main topic of this presentation, first we have to understand the definition of roadway and railway. First, roadway means that the portion of the highway improved, designed or ordinarily used for the vehicular travel. It means transportation of goods and materials and humans from one place to other on roads. Second one, railway means that a permanent track composed of a line of parallel metal rails fixed to sleepers for transport of passengers and goods in trains. It means transferring of passengers and goods on wheeled vehicles running on trains which are located on tracks. In the above pictures shows the exact meaning of the roadway and railway transportation. Coming to the main point of this presentation, let us compare with the roadway and railway transportation. Means what are the difference between roadway and railway transportation, and also understand technical and exam point of view. Look at this table, shows characteristics of roadway and railway transportation. On the basis of these characteristics, comparing both roadway and railway transportation. First one, construction of route. It means a way which is travelled or passed on the vehicles. In the roadway transportation, these routes consist of a suitable pavement of specified width provided usually with the shoulders on either side. In case of railway transportation, these routes consist of a pair of steel rails which are laid parallel to each other on sleepers at a fixed distance apart. Second point, suitability to traffic. It means it is depending upon the road users. In roadway transportation, as per needs of customer. In case of railway transportation, most suitable for specific services. Third point, rate of accidents. In roadway transportation, the accidents on roadways are very large in number. In case of railway transportation, there are few accidents on railways. Fourth point, construction and maintenance cost. So, in construction and maintenance cost it means those costs including laborers, materials, suppliers and equipments and accessories required to maintain the capacity and performance. In roadway transportation, construction and maintenance cost is low as compared to railways. In case of railways, it is very high in construction and maintenance cost. Fifth one, cost of transportation. It means the cost of construction is cost of transportation in roadway transportation is more, and in case of railway transportation cheap, especially for long distances. Sixth point, origin and destination. It means roadway transportation origin and destination is not fixed. In a roadway, in receiving and delivering of goods can be done at point as required. This mode provides door-to-door services. In case of railway transportation, starting and destination points are fixed. There is no chance of outgoing and ingoing. So next slide. Seventh point, employment potential in roadway transportation. Seventh point, employment potential in a roadway. Employment potential is very high. In case of railway, employment potential is very less. Eighth point, load handling capacity. It means the maximum ability of vehicles of a structural member or materials to take loading before failures occurs. In roadway transportation, limited less and that too at low speeds. In case of railway transportation, it can handle heavier loads at high speeds. 9 point, length of haul. It means the average distance by which a unit volume of goods are transported. In a roadway transportation, men and materials for short and medium distances up to 500 kilometer is convenient by roads. In case of railway transportation of bulk and heavy goods like raw materials, coals, ores, etc., from the mines or manufacturing concerns, etc., is cheaper and convenient by rail transportation. 10th point, operational control devices. In roadway transportation, no such controls devices are required in road transport. In case of railway transportation, it requires a block system and other control like signaling and interlocking for safe and efficient movement of trains as per schedule. Next slide. 11th point, gradients. In roadway transportation, steep gradients are as compared to railway tracks can be provided. In case of railway transportation, to sustain heavier loads at high speeds on railway, the gradients should be minimum. 12th point, tractive resistance. It means in the in a roadway transportation is more in a tractive resistance because unevenness of a surface of roads. This resists the friction between road and tire of the bike of car to give the grip of the vehicle. In case of railway transportation, tractive resistance is less because surface of the wheel is smoothened. Roadway transportation, the tractive resistance of pneumatic tire on roadways is 5 to 6 times greater than that of railway. In case of railway transportation, 1 by 5th to 1 by 6th pneumatic type on roadways. 13th point, time consumption. In roadway transportation, this is best suited for short distance and where time saving is more important. In case of railway transportation, for long distance it is cheaper and convenient through a little more time saving and consuming. Last point, 14th point, uses of roadways and railways. In roadways, different types of vehicles, motorized and non-motorized vehicles are used. In case of railway transportation, reserved for only for the movements of trains. So these are the references of in this presentation. That brings us to the end of this presentation. Thank you one and all.